So how's everything going with ME at the moment?
Yeah, great. We've just been doing some intense rehearsals and a bit of writing and recording. We've been back in the country since October and, just getting ready for Big Day Out and the release of the album, really.
Yeah, which is due for release on the 25th of January, which is the day before the Melbourne Big Day Out.
Yeah, that's right. Really looking forward to it. It's been quite a while since we recorded it, so...
And it's called Even the Odd Ones Out.
That's right, yeah.
Do you want to explain the name to us?
I don't know, it was just a line that was lying around for a while that I just liked the way the words worked with each other. Yeah, I don't know, our manager reckons that we're a little odd. It was a good name for the album, so yeah.
Yeah, well, I've had a quick listen to some of the songs on the album, and you've got in some of them you sound like the Beatles, in others you sound like Queen and even Muse, and there's, so many different sounds in there.
Yeah, well, we're influenced by lots of different styles and kinds of music, so that's probably what's showing more is just hearing all the different, the orchestrations and the harmonies and the histrionic vocals and things like that. But we do enjoy those bands like Queen and the Beatles.
Are you making your lunch while you're talking to me?
Oh, I'm just making a cup of tea, sorry.
That's all right. I can just hear. Yeah, I don't blame you. Have a cup of tea. But you guys...
I've been living in England for a year and a half. Of course I'm drinking tea.
Yeah, I was going to say, you guys have been over in England where you wrote this album, haven't you?
We didn't write it over there, actually. We recorded it over there.
All right.
Yeah, so we actually recorded it between July and November of 2011. And that's when we actually head over there in July 2011. But no, we're a Melbourne band, and we wrote the whole album in Melbourne. We spent a couple of years before we went over to the UK just playing the Melbourne live scene and touring up and down the east coast of Australia. And most of the songs on this album were those songs that we were writing and rehearsing and playing in Melbourne.
Yeah, well, I see you actually played with Kimber on her first full show.
Yeah, that's right, at Revolver.
Yeah.
No, she's an old friend, actually. We had a residency at the Evelyn in Fitzroy in 2008, and we used to play there every Wednesday night. And I don't know how it came about, but someone introduced us to this very young, she was 18 years old, Kiwi girl with long dark hair. And she just had an amazing voice, and she had a vocal looper, an acoustic guitar, and that was it. So, yeah, we played with her at the Evelyn Hotel a couple of times during her residency, and then a couple of years later, she got the band together. So, yeah, we played the first show with her at Revolver. I can't remember much of that night, but, yeah, I do remember that.
You played with Redcoats too.
That's it. Yeah, it was the Redcoats.
Yeah, we actually had Redcoats come and visit us in the studio.
Oh, wicked. Yeah, we love those guys. We met them at probably one of the worst shows we've ever played or had to play. We drove 8 hours to Canberra to play to 3 people. But that's where we met the Redcoats. The Redcoats were playing. Yeah, and then the next night we played at Revolver. Right. The Redcoats in Kimber, yeah.
Over in the UK, you've played with bands such as Kasabian and Evanescence, Panic at the Disco, The Excerpts, and King Charles.
Yeah.
What's been your favourite show over in England?
Oh, probably a show at a club in Camden called Coco. It's like this big old theatre, very big and very red. And so it's amazing. It's like 4 or 5 levels high. And it used to be an old theatre, and now it's been decked out as a club. And so it's got like opera boxes, and the stage is huge. And we've been lucky enough to play there about 4 times now, and it's just amazing every time. I don't know, I reckon our sound really suits those big theatre more because it's quite theatrical sort of in sound. So yeah, it really does suit the theatre. Brixton Academy is another one that was pretty amazing, and we're very lucky enough to play that twice as well. So grew up listening to Smashing Pumpkins actually, and there was a concert back in the late 90s that they did at Brixton Academy. So it was really special to play there.
Oh, right.
Because it was a favourite concert of mine.
You like to put on a bit of a theatrical show too, don't you?
Yeah, I certainly do. I don't know, I think it's important in the live arena not just to get up and stand and to deliver. You need to really engage with the audience and make sure there's a connection there. And I think the visual element is really important as well. That's why I think one of my favourite shows that I've ever seen was Flaming Lips back in 2004. And it was just incredible because I didn't really know their music, but the show that they put on was just so amazing and uplifting. And you just, you walk away and you just want more and more, and you just want to check out their stuff. And it was just incredible. He's such a showman. So we like to mix up a bit. We work with sort of drum troops and orchestras and stuff before in Melbourne, and over in the UK we've been working with like guest musicians coming on and having a bit of like a drum troupe ensemble come on as well. So yeah.
Well, you're doing the entire Big Day Out tour this year.
Mhm.
Have you got something special planned, or is it difficult with the fact you're going to every state?
It is a little difficult considering we're going to all the states, and it's pretty expensive. We're still a pretty small band, and it's hard to, like, we couldn't fly like a drum troupe around or anything like that. But I don't know. We've got some stuff up our sleeve. Well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah,
Can't give anything away. Sorry.
Have to go to the show and find out.
Mm.
Your album, Even the Odd Ones Out, as we said, is being released on the 25th of January. And the first single is All Along the Way.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know when that's being released?
No, I don't. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's terrible.
It is going to be released a little ahead of the album, though, isn't it?
I guess so, yeah. That would make sense.
I can't remember which song it was, but I was listening to one and it was talking about running. And
running?
Yeah. And I've seen the video for Rock and Roll Dandy where you're running around the track.
Oh, yeah.
Are you a runner?
No, certainly I'm not. That was like the first time that I'd run in years and years. When I did that video, it was really painful and I was not suitably dressed for running. I think I'd had about 2 hours sleep after a massive night. I think we had one of our last shows in London the night before, and so it was pretty debaucherous afterwards, and I just turned up a shell of a man and expected to run around this running track in boots with Cuban heels. It was just ridiculous. Yeah, and I don't run. It was not a pleasant experience filming that, but yeah, I guess some people had fun.
Yeah, well, I was going to say maybe you need to get into acting then because you look like you're having a ball. You've been getting a bit of rage airplay with it too, haven't you?
Yeah, I think so. It's good.
Have you got a video for your next single All Along the Way yet?
No, but I think they might be working on it. Might be coming up soon, hopefully.
Do you guys come up with the ideas, or obviously
sometimes
you don't come up with the running around the track idea personally?
No, that was a friend of ours in London. We thought it was a cool idea, so we gave it a shot. No, on the other film clips, we kind of work with different people. We've worked with a whole different bunch of film and design groups, and one of my favourite ones is one we did back in Melbourne. It was a stop-motion animation done by our friend Jeremy Blode and his friends, and it was kind of like a bit of a Frankenstein story. It was all stop-motion, and I'd probably like it because we're not in the film clip. But that was all they're doing. That they've got on to do some Gautier stuff now.
Oh, yeah. Well, recently you released a mini album in the lead up to the full album, which most of the songs on the mini album are on the full album. And Westward Backwards is one of my favourites from the mini album.
Oh, great.
Like I said, I haven't listened to all the songs on the new album yet, but I really like that Vampire too. Is that going to be a single, do you think?
Probably, yeah, I reckon.
Yeah.
It will be. Yeah, I think there's, in the UK, or in Australia, I think there's 3 tracks on the EP, on the mini album that went on the album.
Mm.
So it's about half the tracks that we'd released before.
Yeah.
And they're slightly different mixes. But yeah, it's kind of hard because we're sort of liaising with the UK so much at the moment as well. That's where our management is, and we're going back to in a couple of months. But they have different releases for the 2 different territories, so I can never keep up with the dates and the releases that they're doing in the different ones. But I'm pretty sure that they've said that Vampire will be released as a single as well. So, it is. We're doing a film clip for it this week. So.
All right. Oh,
yeah.
That's good. That'll be an interesting film clip, I reckon.
Yeah, have fun with that.
So you're like dividing your time between Europe and Australia. Are you actually avoiding the winter?
I'm trying not to because I love the winter.
Right.
I don't like this hot weather. It's disgusting. Yeah, I'd prefer to be all rugged up and freezing cold, but it kind of seems that we are avoiding the winter.
Well, being creative in that, you probably like to huddle up and do a lot of writing when it's cold, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, it's just more for comfort. I mean, I find it easier to be cold and warm up than be hot and cool down. It's harder. Yeah, it is very conducive to getting the creative juices flowing, being locked away in your bedroom with a piano or a guitar. Maybe that's why so much great music has come out of the UK.
What is your favourite song on the album?
The first song.
Hoo-ha.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh.
I don't know what it is. I just like the lyrical content, and I like it's a bit of an everything song. Like it kind of shows the theatrical rock element of the band off pretty well. So yeah.
As we said, you're doing the big day out. Are you going to be doing sideshows at all?
Possibly. There's talk of we're doing some afterwards, but we haven't confirmed anything.
So people have to keep an eye on your Facebook or your website for those details, which your website is metheband.com.
metheband.com.
And on Facebook you are Me The Band too.
Yeah, it's facebook.com/metheband.
Yeah, and you're on twitter.com/meband.
Mm-hmm.
So if people want to know, you've also got your SoundCloud and your Spotify going.
Yep.
Well, one last question. Who would you really like to do a show with that you haven't played with yet?
I'm not sure. Like any band in the world?
Yeah.
Jesus, I really, really don't know. I probably would just enjoy playing with some of my old friends' bands that we used to play with in and around Melbourne, like the Redcoats and the Kinks up in Sydney. And just, I don't know, I used to like playing when there was a bit more sort of camaraderie, I guess.
Yeah, things were simpler back then. You didn't have to worry as much.
Well,
it's been great talking to you.
Thank you very much. Yes, likewise.
Thank you. And, have fun on the big day out and good luck with the album release.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, hopefully I'll talk to you again one day.
I'm sure we certainly will.
Okay then, bye.
Thank you very much. Okay, see you later. Bye.